Thanks for tuning in to Old Ass Movie Reviews, Episode 5. Today we review 1976's Devil's Express.
Take a ride on the Devil's Express. What happens when 2,000 years of evil strike a city? See Warhawk Tanzania match blows with the devil and those the devil has possessed.
Some deformed monster.
Take a ride on the Devil's Express. It may be your last stop. Rated R.
Wow. The Devil's Express?
Devil's Express.
The Devil's Express, yes.
What did you think about it, my friend?
I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. This is an inspirational movie for all filmmakers to get off your ass and make a movie. Because this shit got made. Just putting it out there. It was entertaining, but man, I'm going to just start. Sound. Sound is a big issue in this movie. Every single punch sounded like a gunshot. Boom, boom, boom. So what? Come on now. So not only that, missing dialogue. And then they said, well, we'll take a voiceover and we'll kind of fix this with what's going on. And horrible dialogue. There might have been one actor, and I think that was the honky cop.
Yeah.
That was the only believable person.
Honky cop was the only guy looking around like, what the hell did I get myself into?
It's a paycheck. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Googly-eyed demon. Let's have somebody close their eyes and paint the eyes on. And
hope he doesn't trip on all the fucking railroad tracks.
While making some god-awful noise.
Could have been, yeah.
How about when, I think his name was Rodan, but I swear to God they kept calling him Roseanne. He stepped on that guy's throat in the basketball court, and it's like cherry sherbet shot out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, they tried. The old Chinese guy with the super bad makeup, you could see the actual prosthetics.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Was he just supposed to be old?
Yeah, he was just supposed to be old, and they did a horrible makeup job.
Okay, because I was looking at that trying to figure it out, like, is this just bad, or...
My notes are all over the place, just like this movie.
No.
Before Luke went into the subway to fight the demon, there's a priest outside. And he sounds like he's straight from the WWE getting ready to wrestle.
Squeaking, lusting, to sink their teeth into your wicked heads, black rat.
He showed up, he did that preachy thing, and that was it. Like,
yeah.
I'm waiting for him to show up, like, in the subway and save every day or something.
Exactly. He showed up earlier, and he was talking the same way, too. It was just like a soundbite for a wrestling match coming up.
Yeah.
If I'm going to fight demons in the subway, I'm going to put on a gold crushed velvet overall.
Well, who wouldn't? And wear high heels.
And heels, yeah. I don't think Luke was necessary to the movie at all. At all. I think he was a plot device just to get the amulet back to New York. And it's like, okay, but we want some kung fu, so let's have a kung fu guy that goes to China and then comes back to New York with this amulet.
That whole point was moot to me. Like, I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. Like, why did they go to China? Oh.
He was going for training in China that looked like a Japanese tea garden with nothing but white people and black people and one Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ending. What the fuck?
What I liked is we'll go before we get to the end.
Yeah.
When they're in China and they're doing their training, I like the fact that Luke, that's the white guy, right?
No,
right?
that's Warhawk Tanzania, whatever his name is Luke, the black guy.
Oh my God, I got it mixed up because I thought you know what? I honestly think they switched names somewhere in that.
They might have because I got confused.
Because there's a couple times when I was like, wait a minute, did they just call that guy something else?
Yeah.
So I could be wrong, but maybe the white guy, the white crazy guy that was his
Yeah.
Right.
His name, according to IMDb, was Rodan. But I swear to God, they were saying Roseanne.
Roseanne. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I honestly think they switched the names at one point.
I think you're probably
I
right.
really think they did. But anyway, the white guy, who's supposed to be almost as well trained as Tanzania,
I don't even fucking know.
is actually just a crazed drug dealer, crazed out drug dealer, and his best friend didn't know it. And if he did, he overlooked it. No, you're supposed to be this master of kung fu that's, and street smart. So that kind of fell apart for me, is all I'm going to say. And he's calling the white cop a honky.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're white too.
Yeah.
At least the cop wasn't a bad driver in this one. This is the first movie we've watched where the cop didn't get into a car accident.
That is true.
To the best of my knowledge.
That is true, and I do think that cop was the only actor on that set.
I think you're probably right.
So it's like, wow.
There were a couple times where he looked like he was giving his lines, waiting for the line to come back so he could give his next line, and he kept waiting. He kept waiting. Like, okay, your line's next. I think there was a lot of ad-libbing.
Oh, yeah.
That really, I can see you now. That was not that was not necessary.
Yes. I would agree. Entertaining movie. It
was definitely entertaining.
It was entertaining. Man, I would love to take a crack at that script. Because there's something there. There could be a really cool story. The fight choreography is horrible, man. If you're going to do it, get somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. This was bad. Nothing even looked like it connected. And
dude, they were like blatantly that far away.
It's bad.
It's like, what I like is when the hit. There was a couple of times when the hit, and then the guy went.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah. It was obviously low budget. They did try and do some good effects. They worked at it. There were some neat things that were done. But it was just, dude, it's like, what the hell? Have a story.
Yeah, they did.
It's there, but
they were all over. They didn't. It's like they had something and they didn't know what to do with it. So they were like, let's just grab the camera and go. It's like, well, what are we doing?
It's exactly what it was.
Put on the gold lame shorts or whatever, and come on, we're going to put you in the subway and hope a train doesn't run your ass over.
They put a story together real quick with the basic elements. It looked like some guerrilla filmmaking. Nothing wrong with any of that. Nothing wrong with the low budget. It's just like if they'd have had a cohesive story.
Yeah.
There was a lot of missed opportunities.
My biggest, I can put up with a bad story as long as it's entertaining. Mm-hmm. And this was semi-entertaining.
It was entertaining.
I would have to admit, choreography could have been better. What killed me the most was there's dialogue just missing.
Yeah.
When they first get to China and they're talking to the guy at the door.
He's clearly saying something.
Yes, and they're like shaking their head like, yeah, uh-huh. But you don't hear any of the words. I'm like, well, this is like a good 30 seconds going on.
Yeah.
You guys didn't think to go back into ADR and fix that?
No, they didn't.
Nope. Later on, what the hell's the guy's name? The main character,
Luke,
is talking to white honky cop, and the whole point of the movie is going to be said by white honky cop. It's like, well, do you know what's going on? He's like, and then Luke is like, yeah. It's like, what? What just happened? What did I miss? That's the whole point of this movie, and I totally missed it. Go back in, redub it. Let me know what the hell's going on in this story, because I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it was because they did that at one point where they were in China and traveling across the lake. There was a voiceover that explained a little bit. It's like, okay, perfect. They could have done that in a few spots. It's not ideal, but you do what you can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, exactly. And they had such bad sound in it. They needed to do that. Almost like if he would have been like narrating,
Yeah.
and then the night came and I had to, like he was telling a story to somebody, it would have probably worked okay.
It would.
Almost like a noirish kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then you would have just had another thing thrown into the mix that wouldn't have worked anyway.
They just got together and made a movie, and I applaud them for it.
Yeah.
It makes me angry that I haven't done the same.
You will do better.
Yes.
You will do
I will
better.
have sound.
Yes, you'll have a plot.
And a plot, yes.
It might not be the best movie. It may not be the best plot. But it'll be a better movie than what we watch. So
Yeah.
what did you think about the ending? You were going to go on the
I
ending.
don't know what to think about the ending. They just ended it like, okay, we're out of time, we're out of money, we're out of snacks. I don't know what it was. They were out of something. Out of ideas.
It's time to go.
Here he fought multiple iterations of the demon. At one point, it looked like he was fighting his wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, I think it was his wife or girlfriend.
And I'm thinking, when did she get attacked by the demon? Oh, shit. But yet she shows up later, afterwards. He's in the hospital, and they said, there ain't nobody down there but you fighting yourself. And I'm like, what? No. That's it? The demon's still there? Or did he beat the demon?
I assume the demon was in the locket, got sucked back into the locket somehow.
Yeah.
But they didn't show how he would have done that. Like, if that was its prison, okay, how did it escape in the first place? Because all it was is just coming out.
Yeah.
Like, they were down in the cave in the very beginning. They climbed back up the cave, and then all of a sudden he's out. It's like, how did you escape? I'm not really sure what's going on. The first 5 minutes of that movie when the Chinese and the monks were all in
Was actually probably the best part of it.
Was the best part of the movie. And I'm like, okay, this movie's going to be pretty good.
It was a great setup.
And even then I knew the sound was bad, but I'm like, okay, this is going to be okay. I don't know how they're going to get this thing to New York, but I'm there. Maybe archaeologists found it or something, and it shows up in a museum. Nope, these guys traveled all the way to China, climbed into a hill or into a cave that, honest to God, nobody would have been able to find in a million years. They found it. Not only did they find it, they found the relic.
Just laying right there.
Just laying right on top. No dirt on top of it, nothing. It was like it was just put there yesterday.
2,000 years later, just there.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I guess that goes to my point of none of that was necessary. If it would have been an artifact in a museum that somebody stole or something and it got out, fine. You didn't need this whole kung fu setup. But being the 70s, we needed kung fu.
And I don't even mind the kung fu.
Yeah.
I was honest to God, I was looking forward to a kung fu fight between this monster and this guy.
It didn't happen.
The main character, and the problem is, the main character didn't know how to do kung fu. He didn't even know how to move. Like I'm sitting there looking at him, okay, do some dance steps, something that shows that you have a body flow. He couldn't even do that.
Are you...
And, dude, you're like 6 foot tall, and, you're built like a brick shithouse. What? How do you not know how to throw a punch?
There's a scene in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, where they're about to fight and like, I don't know karate. Neither do I. You want to fake it? Yeah. So they did a better job than...
Weren't they like hand slapping at one point?
I don't know. I don't either. Let's fake it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was...
I forgot about I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. That's one we need to watch just because it's a great movie.
It's a classic.
Yeah, there was a lot to unpack in this movie, and they overpacked, we'll say, and they didn't bring enough underwear.
I enjoy. Look, I'm going to just get to my wrap up part of this. I enjoyed it. It's worth a watch. It's pretty comical, not in a laugh out loud kind of way, but it's just like, what the hell am I doing? But I can't turn away. It's actually one of the better bad movies that we've watched.
Yeah, yeah. Like we started out really good with coffee.
I know. I think it was
We need to go back to coffee.
We went downhill from coffee. Coffee was great.
Yeah. I didn't think you could outdo me with Eat My Dust, but no, you did. You were like, Dave, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
And trust me, I'm looking for bad movies, but I want them to be cohesive. I'm looking for good bad movies.
Exactly.
This is not necessarily a good bad movie, but it's a good bad movie to watch. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I got up one time to go to the bathroom and came back in, and they were still in the same conversation that they were in when I got up to go to the bathroom. They're still basically talking about the same thing. So I didn't miss anything.
No, it's one of those
it's a good movie if you're sidetracked for 5 minutes. Don't worry about a plot point. There aren't any.
It's one of those that honestly you can put on in the background and just have going. If you are somebody who likes to have a movie going, this is great to have in the background because you're going to find yourself like, what? Wait a minute. What is this?
Fight scene? Nope.
Yeah. It's you can pass on it. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not going to miss anything if you pass on it.
But
if you do watch it, don't expect like Sir Laurence Olivier to be walking out anytime soon because it ain't going to happen.
I will add, I said it as a joke earlier, but I'm dead serious. If you're a filmmaker, watch movies like this and then ask yourself, why the hell aren't you making movies?
And say, what can I do better?
Exactly.
Because I think this is a good movie to look at if you are a guerrilla filmmaker and go, okay, I see what they were doing. What would I do to make that scene work? If I had to jump down in a sewer real quick for 5 minutes and only had 5 minutes to shoot, how would I make that work quicker and better than these guys did? That's how I feel about movies like Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah.
You know, you look at that and you're like, I see what he was trying to do. Let's see if I can do that better.
I agree. Be sure to catch us next week when we review 1965's The Skull, starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing.